Shavua Tov. Our weekly parsha, Parashat Teitzei, starts with 3 different commandments. The first has to do with what happened in the war if you find a woman that you want to bring her to your home and marry her. The second, what happened in a family when the husband has 2 wives and he likes one of them and doesn't like the other, what he needs to do with his money and how he gives it to his children. And the third is about the Ben Sorer Umoreh, about the rebel son, that if he behave in a certain manner, he'd end up that you need to bring him to the gates of the city and basically to stone him to death. Now imagine yourself teaching this beginning to your bar mitzvah boy or girl, and I felt pretty embarrassed, I felt awkward, I was asking myself, what exactly am I doing? When the rabbis dealt with Ben Sorer Umoreh, with the rebel son, one of the suggestions they said that you need to drosh v'kabel sachar. You need to learn it in order to gain a reward. It's not a mitzvah that you need to fulfill ever. It haven't happened ever, but you still need to learn it. The easy reading of this text from a theological level is that there is a Torah Lishma concept. We need to learn Torah for the sake of Torah. And so we write verses just for learning. I want to suggest a little bit more radical version. We learn it in order to be embarrassed, in order to feel inconvenient, in order to read our moral and our values into Torah and to have a conversation between our values and our manners and Torah in order to create a better life and for us to behave better, not by fulfilling this commandment, by being in a discourse with it, being in a dialogue with it. So the rebel son need to remind us every morning or every day what we need, how much effort we do in educating our children to make sure that we're happy with them, how we create a life, a sustainable house that is balanced enough and we're happy with the children in this household. The relationship of one man with 2 women need, first of all, to bring the question that our tradition actually took, that 2 wives to 1 husband is not a very workable model. And the third, the Eshet Yefat Torah, the situation of taking a woman captive in war and then asking to marry her, or embarrassment even from reading this verse, it should remind us that this is not the right way to do war, and this is not the right behavior. So here, in a way, the Torah is a track for mindfulness, for awareness, but not necessarily for dictating right from wrong, but actually to enable our right and wrong senses to develop. Shavua Tov from Shechter.